Hello everybody, today we're doing a video for GTA car kits in 2010 Toyota Prius, and today we're going to be installing our pure Bluetooth car kit. First thing, I'm going to start off with what tools you'll need. You'll need a 10mm socket with an extension, some sort of panel removal tools, and also a magnet will be helpful along this installation. I'll show you what comes in the kit. So you have the module, we have a harness cable that goes to the back of the radio. And this car requires a Y cable because the connection there is occupied, so we're gonna take it out, plug it into the Y cable, and then everything plugs into the radio. And also we're gonna show you how to wire your microphone, which is gonna go here in the A pillar. And the kit has an optional auxiliary connection, which this car really doesn't need because it has a stock auxiliary. And also, while you're installing, you can install your optional charging cable. So we're gonna go ahead and start the installation. So the first thing that we're gonna remove is this panel around the gear selector knob. So we're just gonna get inside the corner here and move it. And now we're gonna do this part with the cup holder. It's not even cup holder, just holder. So same thing, gonna start from this corner. Once you got it up to here, we're also gonna open the glove box, and now this panel lifts out. So when you're gonna be putting it back, make sure you put this end first because it has these long clips, so they have to actually hook in there, and then you work your way down. So we're just gonna move it to the side. We're gonna move this panel to the side also. The next thing we're gonna do is remove the panel around the radio. You can do it with your hands. And if it gets stuck somewhere, this is good to use your panel removal tool. Just like that. So there's a connection, but it's not in the way, so we're just gonna put it to the side. Now we're gonna grab this panel right here where the button is to start the car, and we're gonna move it out. And once you remove all these things, you're gonna see the 4 bolts that hold the radio. So there's 2 on each side. This is where you need your 10mm socket with an extension. And the magnet that I mentioned earlier is good to take out the ones at the bottom, even though you can kind of reach them by hand. So we're gonna go ahead and remove these 4 bolts. So now we remove the 4 bolts and the radio is gonna come out. So we're just gonna gently pull it out. Just like that, and lift it up. And for you to see, this is the connection where we're gonna plug in our Y cable. So we're gonna take out the original one. You gotta press on this clip, take it out. We're gonna plug in the Y cable instead, and then this connection that we took out from the radio is gonna go into the Y cable, just like that. And that goes into our module. So now we're gonna rest this here. So the next part is for us to feed the microphone. So we're gonna show you how to do everything from this side. So on this side, we're just gonna remove the rubber. That's in order for us to feed the wire through. So we're gonna start from the top. We're gonna put the microphone just like that, and then we're gonna feed the wire. And we're gonna open this up, so we're gonna grab it with our hand and use the panel removal tool here. We're gonna drop this panel down. The next panel is gonna be this one here. It just comes out, and that, as you can see, gives us a lot of space to feed the wire inside the dashboard, because we gotta bring this wire all the way to the back of the radio. So we're gonna do this here, and then you can replace the rubber. And this panel, you have to first put the bottom piece in, just like that. Gotta make sure that the wire is not in the way. And you gotta make sure that this panel goes underneath the vent. We're gonna put everything back. So as you can see, the wire is all hidden, and now we're gonna show you more from the inside. So right here we have the wire on the inside, and we're just gonna fish it through like that. And now we're gonna reinstall this panel that we removed earlier. So you're almost there. So you gotta move these things in order to see where you're gonna. So you gotta catch the wire and bring it on the inside, so like this. And once you pull it, the wire ends up being behind this black piece all the way there, so you're not gonna see it hanging by your legs and so on. So we have it here almost all the way. We're gonna move it around these cables, because like I said, we're gonna hide the module and these wires behind the radio. Right here, so we're gonna take our module, and there's a microphone slot here. Make sure you connect it to the right one, just like that. And now we're gonna hide everything, and I'll show you where we're gonna do it. We're gonna hide the module right here. There's tons of space. So as you see here, this is what we end up with here: wires, module, and that's what gets hidden behind the radio. Make sure that this wire doesn't get squeezed by any metal from the radio. So we're gonna reinstall everything right now, put it together, and we'll show you how everything works. So we put everything back, and now we're gonna demonstrate how everything works. So we're gonna turn the radio on, and we have our phone here. So once you install the kit, you're gonna get an extra mode which you didn't have before, and to get to it, we're gonna press the disc/aux button, and this is the CD1 mode. And if you press it again, you get the auxiliary. Your MP3 is still there, so nothing gets disabled. You just get this CD1 option, which you didn't have before. So to pair, you have about 1 minute since powering on the radio and the car. We're gonna go to our settings, Bluetooth. And right here it shows up GTA Car Kit. We're gonna pair to it. That's it. So any music you're gonna play right now is gonna go over Bluetooth, and we're gonna demonstrate. And you just gotta make sure to turn up the volume on your phone, and then the rest you control. The rest of the time you control the radio from the volume from the radio. So as you can hear, it's playing, and you're able to switch the music on the actual phone, but you can also use your controls on the radio, just like that. So it switches the music. Same with your steering wheel controls. And now we're gonna demonstrate the phone call. So for the phone calls, you have to be in the CD1 mode, and so you're gonna be listening to music, and when the phone call comes through, the music is gonna pause, and you're gonna hear it ring, just like that. So you can either answer through the phone or by the radio. We're gonna use the radio. Next track, we press next track. So it answers the phone call. And to hang up, we're gonna press next again. And you're back to playing your music. And one thing I mentioned earlier about the auxiliary cable, and if you do plan to install it, in order to listen to that, you're gonna have to switch the disc here, disc up and down buttons. We're gonna go to disc 2, so that would be your auxiliary, the one that comes in our kit. But as I said before, this car doesn't need it. If you don't have an auxiliary by any chance, you can use this mode. And we're gonna go back to disc 1, and that's our Bluetooth. So it's very simple to use. And again, this was a video for GTA Car Kits and the 2010 Toyota Prius. I hope you liked the video, and we'll see you next time.